Hey YouTube, it's SoulPrime13 with another video review. Today we are going to be looking at the Takara Tomy Japanese exclusive Armada Power Up Starscream. I don't remember if he has an exact name, but this is his powered up version that he gets later in the series, where he basically gets Thundercracker colors. He even says so in the TV show that he looks like Thundercracker. Here we got the box. We got some nice shots of the actual figure there. Lots of Japanese words and letters. Here we got some picture of him doing that pose where he shoots up at Unicron before his untimely demise. Here we have another picture of the figure with some words. And another picture of the figure with more Japanese words. Here we got our product shots with a sort of transformation transition here, and he does come with the two swords, and on the bottom we got even more legal jargon, this time in Japanese. But that's it for the box. And for some reason he comes with two instruction booklets. I don't really understand why. My Nemesis Prime, that was also from like the same convention or whatever, also came with two, but his were, one of them was the English instructions for the Optimus, whereas this is just two sets of the same Japanese instructions, so I don't know. But it looks nice. And so there's that. Moving on to the figure itself, we have Starscream here in his jet mode. You can see that his swords do just peg in under the wings there, and you do have some options as to where you want to peg them in. You can peg them onto the sides of these arm pieces here. He does have some visible head syndrome going on there. You can also peg this under the cone if you want to do some high-speed ramming, I suppose. There's that. We'll take those, put them off to the side. He does come with his own set of blast effects. He comes with two of these sets of 3-piece, so 6 total pieces. It is a little bit too big to have them both on the full in the back, but you can, take off the widest base piece, and that will fit just fine. So you do get some swoosh and whoosh and zip and all that if you want to go super fast. So there is that. But yeah, nice little jet. We got some yellow for the cockpit, some red highlights, some silver on the engines and legs, some more of that red highlight, a lot of gray underneath, and it's all done in a very deep blue, which is nice. But yeah, we'll do some size comparisons here real fast. So here he is next to his original red counterpart, just to get you an idea of how they look side by side. There's all that. And I can't compare the swords because my original did not come with swords, and I, for some reason, never bothered to return it. So, just a heads up. Here he is next to the Cybertron Starscream. Give you an idea of how they hold up together. And here he is next to Armada Galvatron. Just to give you an idea of how he stacks up there. Yeah, that's about it for the vehicle mode. There's not really any articulation to go over. I mean, you can move these down, and these engine cannon things can flip forward, but that's about it. So we'll go ahead and cut to the chase and move on to transformation. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring these arms down like so, and like so. Go ahead and flip out the fists. I said flip out the fist. Don't understand how this is stuck. Ow. Yeah. And there we have our reverse Gerwalk mode. Oh, actually, hold up. We'll pop his head up and then. No, I don't think I can get it up. Yeah, reverse Gerwalk. I'll come back here, and this gray piece right here we will split apart. Then we can wiggle the leg out to the side. Wiggle the leg out to the side. We'll bring those down and take them off the mushroom peg, which has been an issue with my copy. It happened the first few times. Yeah, I don't know why, they just don't want to stay on the mushroom pegs. Anyway, bring the legs down and straighten them out. Bring the feet down and forward. We can close these back panels. Flip out the heel as that gets stuck too. I don't have a tool with me right now, and this is being... There we go, jeez. Being very difficult. There, flip out the feet. Bring this torso down like so, and that'll push the head up. And we're going to bring this cockpit down and then fold these pieces down on the sides. Then we can rotate the wings like so. And there you have him in his robot mode. And again, he can hold... let me go get that. Sorry about that. Anyway, we can plug the swords into his hands. Oh, and I almost forgot, you want to fold this panel. That is not, I think it worked on the original one. You want to fold this panel and tab it into his back. So, that. And as with Starscream, Armada Starscream, you can fold these forward as well. And as mentioned, they are blast compatible, so you can get some big cannon action going on there. So yeah, pretty neato. Pop those back off. He does also have some ports on the bottoms of his heels. So if we want to get some jet boosting action, you know, he can fly around, whoosh. Always a nice little touch. I always do appreciate the whoosh feet, as it were. And we'll do some size comparisons again. Here is with Cybertron Starscream. Come on. Yeah. Who you can see is a fair bit taller. And again with Armada Galvatron. And of course with his original red counterpart. So there is that. And yeah, it's just a new paint job, and honestly I probably could have passed on this, but you know, it's a decent mold, and I definitely liked Armada back in the day. I don't have as much memory of it now, and I need to go rewatch it, but I didn't mind picking up this figure, and I'm glad that this one actually came with the sword like it was supposed to. I do kind of miss that whole fold-up wing sword, you know, the one that's supposed to be this one. But, you know, it's not the end of the world. It's a nice little mold. Now, given that this is kind of like around double the cost of a local US version, due to the fact that it's a Japanese exclusive and you have to import it, so it's really going to be up to you whether it's worth the amount. Honestly, I probably would say that I probably should have passed on this, but I don't really regret it either. It's a nice figure. And, you know, if you have the original Starscream, you know, this is literally just a repaint. Now, given Takara does tend to do better, more premium paint jobs, so there's also that to consider, but, you know, hopefully there'll be a more localized release in the future. They really should be, so. But, you know, if you don't want to wait, this is definitely an option, and, yeah, so there is that. Not too much else to say. I mean, the Starscream mold itself I don't think is that new. I'm pretty sure it's been out for at least a year, or around a year, if not, you know, a full year yet. So, you know, it's really not new to talk about. Again, it really is the same mold. Mine does definitely have some tighter joints, and the mushroom pegs on the legs do. Yeah, they come off really easily. But, you know, it's not something you can't just, you know, squeeze back on. But other than that, not too much else new to say. Oh, I probably should go over the articulation. I can't believe I almost forgot that. I'll just take his swords away. As far as articulation goes, these are on a hinge. He does have a ball jointed head, although the engines do restrict that. Wings are on a hinge and a swivel. Shoulders are on a swivel. You can't really get full 360 just due to the you know, arms being in the way. There is a slider here for the arms. He does have double jointed elbow, so you get a full range of motion there. And not really much at the wrist. You can unhook this and kind of give him some wrist tilt if you want. He does have a full waist, although you kind of have to move the other stuff out of the way to really use it. He can kick all the way forward and that far back. Does have over 90 degrees at the knee, and again he does have the mushroom peg thighs, and he does have some ankle pivot, and he does have up and down at the toe, as well as some movement in the heel, which is nice. I think that's it. I mean, I've noticed that, yeah, this one does have this. I don't know if the other original one has that. Let me pull him back over. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like he does. That does not want to move. Yeah, it doesn't look like that top piece moves back on the original, which I don't ever remember that being a thing in the show. I'm pretty sure this is how he's supposed to look, so I don't know. I mean, I guess, you know, there are ways. Oh, actually, I know why. Because he needs it to do that Unicron blasting thing. That's probably why. That's cool that they added that, actually. That's pretty neat. That definitely raises my opinion of this figure. That they added that just for that little detail, because I mean, they could have just, you know, had you do this, but the fact that they actually gave the entire upper body an extra hinge, that's actually a really cool detail. I really do like that. So yeah, bonus points for this figure. I did not realize that until just now. yeah, very cool. Yeah, no real complaints with the figure overall. You know, it's a little simple, and you know, it's definitely a lot smaller than the original from back in the day, but I mean, nobody's surprised by that. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything particularly wrong with it. Yeah. It's a very neat figure. I wouldn't mind if, you know, maybe in the future they, you know, put out a Skywarp again with a, you know, weird shark fin head, and, you know, maybe then we could have all three. I don't know if they'll ever do like an actual official Thundercracker, because I don't know if there ever actually was one for the show. But, yeah, wouldn't mind having a trio of this Seeker mold. So yeah, but that's enough of my rambling for now. Oh, I guess I should mention that you can, you know, still store the swords. If it'll peg in, there we go. Can make it shit all funky. Just being very forgetful today. Oh, yeah, that's not gonna fit there actually. Yeah, I could put it on his arm. Have an on blade jaw. That looks cool. Yeah, okay. Now I'm 95% sure I got everything now. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this review. Again, it's really going to be up to you whether he's worth the price or not. The figure itself is good. It's just I don't know if everyone's going to be willing to pay that premium import price, because this was about 60-something bucks for a Voyager. But yeah, that's it from me. So this is Soul Prime 13 saying thank you for watching this video, and transform and soul out.